Yasmine, it's so great to see you again today, this week. How have you been?
I've been great, working a
Awesome.
lot, doing videos. I'm preparing I don't know, we talk about these Epic and the Magnet report. Do you do
Uh-huh.
those?
I
I
do.
actually came up, I have a listing presentation for a very high-end listing, well, not very, but almost $3 million listing.
Oh, wow.
And I thought yesterday, you know what? I don't want to separate them. So I spent quite a lot of time with GPT to combine the Epic and the Magnet report and make it into one report. And I'm excited to continue it. I didn't, I had it formatted by my assistant, but today I'm going to finalize it. And then I have a new little presentation because it's not a CMA. It's more around the service that they can expect. The people that I'm meeting, they don't know yet if they want to rent it out or sell it. So I'm just going to casually go over there without pressure, without the whole shebang. So I'm excited about that project. And yeah, videos have been doing some videos and
That's
postcards.
awesome. That
Yeah.
is so good. Please share it with me when you get it done. Share it with me. I'd love to see what you're doing, see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Quick question for you. I know it's been multiple decades ago, but you moved to the United States from Germany. And being in the United States, what is your perspective? I mean, do you view being here in the United States as a blessing? Do you view it as a overall? What is your perspective of the United States and living here and in comparison to where you came from? I don't know what angle you're going to come at. I don't really, I'm not trying to box you into a certain angle or anything else. Just what is your experience? What do you think of it? I just love hearing from people that come from another country, another culture, and what is your view of the United States and living here?
So for me, the United States wasn't an escape. Well, kind of, but not really. I came to visit my sister, and that was in 1986. I was 25, and I felt my life in Germany was really good.
Uh-huh.
I have no complaints. It's like nothing government, or I did not feel uncomfortable with the way that Germany was because
Right.
we were so restricted. It's like from World War II. So we grew up very liberal toward other people and other cultures and very welcoming. That's how I felt. And then coming here, it was at first, it wasn't really that I could say, oh, it was such a difference. What I can say is that the biggest benefit or the biggest wow effect for me was opportunity. The opportunity to do anything and everything you want to do. In Germany, you have to be a baker, you have to go to school for 4 years. To be a butcher, you have to go to school. To be a roofer, you need an education. We have everything in Germany is structured. You will not go on a roof until you have at least 2 years of education under your belt before they let you up there. The same being a hairdresser. 4 years, 2 years in school, and then 2 years with combination school. It's kind of, it is, it, education in Germany was serious. And so coming here, where a person can just wake up one morning and say, I'm going to work with this roofer. And, within 6 months, they know their stuff and they can call themselves a roofer. Um, in Germany, it's more like everything is a union. So maybe that's more the comparison that I would say that how it's structured. But for me, it was opportunity. I really, really loved once I became a resident, and that was 6 months after I got here. We decided I came here because I met my soon-to-be husband, and I met him in Santa Cruz, and it was, a week together. I went home, sold everything, and came back to be with him. And then after 6 months, it was like, okay, now what? So my English at the time was not so good, even though I had 10 years of English under my belt, but it was more about grammar
Right.
than than talking. So then I got a job. I just kind of walked into, no, I did an online thing, and a German person was looking for somebody. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to. And I came from the esthetician cosmetic industry. And so I just kind of connected with him. He was German. I thought I'm going to be a receptionist. A week later, he said, okay, you're going to be manager now, and I'm going to Germany for a month.
Oh, wow. So he turned over the operation to you?
Yes,
Oh, my heavens.
I know. It was, so I'm like, wait, I've only been here a week. I don't really know anything. And she's like, yeah, here's the phone number for the manager of the other store. She'll be helping you. She was from Denmark, is from Denmark. So I would be calling her every day, because I had to manage all the money, like in the morning and in the evening, and where does what go. And there were six hair stylists, and had to order product. So that was kind of like my welcome.
Talk about being thrown into the fire. Holy smokes.
but but that's what I call opportunity, where.
Right.
And from
Oh, my
there,
God.
I wanted to go back into the cosmetic industry. So I went to Nordstrom. I started as a salesperson. Then I became counter manager, very short. And then all of a sudden I was regional manager, and all within like 9 months.
Oh,
It
my
was,
heavens.
yeah, it
Yasmin,
was.
why have we never talked about these things? This is like amazing. Seriously. I love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
I looked back and I thought, okay, wait a minute. How long was I at Nordstrom? What? Because it was so fast, everything. And I left because I got pregnant. So I'm like, this is all so interesting how all of this went. And I don't think it was more than 2 years altogether. And I traveled, once I became regional manager and trainer, I was in Arizona. I had Oregon as a territory. I had all of the Bay Area, all the accounts. And at that time, I went actually, the company was not no longer just Nordstrom. I then was hired by that cosmetic company, and I had Macy's as well. And so I was traveling to different stores. It was just like, wow. In Germany, that would have taken me 10 years to reach that.
Right. So, in summary, as far as that whole experience of coming here, and I understand that when you're living in Germany, you're happy. I mean, it's not like you were miserable living in Germany. You were happy, and you didn't really run away from anything. I mean, even in the relationship aspect, you coming here, you're moving forward. You're looking forward to a relationship, to a marriage, to so forth. So it's not like you were really running from anything. I get that. But now, as you say that, as far as opportunities, in summary, how do you view it then here? Do you view this being here as is it a greater blessing for people to be here? And maybe I'm being too American, to be quite honest with you, as I ask that question, because I'm sitting there comparing in my mind. I'm comparing A to B, and maybe that's not a fair thing to do, because it's really two different. The way you describe it, you just spoke about things that I had never thought of, quite frankly, as far as the amount of education it takes to be able to do things over there. I didn't realize that. I did not realize that. The union, maybe the union over there, maybe that's the factor, whatever. The culture is just designed differently. I guess in summary, where would you I assume you'd rather be here because you are here, but do you see it as a huge opportunity to be here? If you were talking to a young person, somebody and they have a choice of living in Germany or living in the United States, which one would you tell them to go to?
Uh, Living in California is just, is very different than other parts of the United States, right? So for me, it's been 30 years of California, and um, it's very loosey-goosey. It's very laid back, and I, I cherish where I live. But if I compare the two, I'm not saying loosey-goosey as a bad thing about California. I'm saying it in comparison to Germany. We are really a very serious culture, right?
Right.
We do love, and not tourists typically don't see that, but we do have a lot of humor and a lot of laughter in our culture. But when tourists come, and go to stores and restaurants, of course, they don't see that. So we are a very down to business culture when it's general public, but amongst each other, there's a lot of laughter and humor. Where here, it's broader. It's kind of like people are not so uptight in their culture.
Right. Right. I got it. I got it.
But I'm not saying that I, as a German, I don't have a problem with it, right? So if anybody from another country would ask me, hey, what do you think, America or Germany? I'd be like, whoa, I mean, California is the size of Germany, and where do you want to live? So it's not just one answer. There are so many different things. If people would say, oh, we want to move to Missouri or Texas or Florida, what do you think, Yasmine, Germany or that? Or, it's like, I love New York. I love California, but it's expensive. It's very expensive to live here. So would I tell everybody, oh, you have to move to California, knowing that it would not be a good fit financially? So there are all these things where Germany is not as dramatic when it comes to quality of life or affordability.
Okay. It's such an excellent point. And so affordability and the so Germany is not as drastic as far as affordability and so forth. What about lifestyle wise? Is Germany just have as good a lifestyle? And I'm talking lifestyle as in the I'm sorry, show how shallow I am. The like the housing or the being able to the food, the just overall lifestyle. Is Germany got a less of a lifestyle than the United States, or not really? Is it very similar, or
I
fill
don't
me in?
think the United States is known for their food
Oh,
anywhere, really.
I don't disagree.
Internationally.
I
I'm
don't
just
disagree
saying
with you.
internationally.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Germany is known for their food. When tourists come, they really want to experience all the different flavors of Germany and the different areas of Germany. I think I'm freezing. But um, lifestyle is very similar. And I'm not saying, when I said affordability, I'm not saying that Germany is cheap
Right.
at all. When I go to Germany, it's almost 1-to-1. And I
Okay.
don't go over there to get a deal on anything.
Right. Right.
I order stuff for my dad on Amazon once a month at least. It's almost identical. And it doesn't matter if it's, well, I would say they have some really good cosmetics like that are a lot cheaper, but doesn't matter. I'm just, in general, Amazon is what the things that I desire are equal to the United States.
Okay.
But
The cheaper cosmetics, and when I say cheaper, I'm talking price, because you're saying the high quality cosmetics just at a much better price. Can you order those for yourself as well?
in Germany, Amazon Germany, I order stuff while I'm in Germany. If I can go on Amazon.de and order here, but then I have shipping. And so I often compare, I look for a product from Germany on Amazon.com, and then it's I don't have the shipping costs, but it's more expensive.
Got it.
If that makes
Got it.
sense.
Yes, because I need some stuff for those bags under my eyes, man.
I
I
can
was
help
looking
you
at
with
that
that.
the other day. I was looking. I went, oh my gosh, you got to do something about that. That's ridiculous. So anyway,
The bags, Well, I don't mean to burst your bubble here, but that's tough. But what you could do, what a lot of people do, is you can get your bowl every morning, fill it with ice and water, and put your whole head in there. A lot of people do that in the morning to help all the yeah, it's a very common
Well,
thing.
I take a cold shower and put it all over my face. I mean, it's not the
Well,
same
that's not the
thing.
same. It has to be ice. It has to be ice water.
Jeez, you're just trying to increase the torture level of my mornings. I mean, holy
No,
smokes.
no, bags is a really tough one to eliminate.
Is
Or
it?
you can take an ice cube and go around your eyes. That's a more gentle thing. Ice
Oh,
cubes take care of
seriously,
swelling
I will. I will start. I will start tomorrow morning. I will start doing that. So,
every
Yasmin,
morning.
yep.
And then you need a cream. Maybe I'll send you something for men, an eye cream. I know you guys
Well, when
don't
we
want
see each other in March
March.
next month, I will buy some cream from you. Okay.
You're not gonna buy cream from me, but
Yes.
maybe I'll bring something for you to try.
Okay.
We'll
So
see, but you have to remind me. But anyways, back to Germany, United States. I do like it here. I do like um, being in California, and I loved having the opportunity to really follow my passion when it came to real estate, and to still be able to, do this every day at the pace that I like is just amazing. In Germany, I would most likely, they are now starting, I mean, in Germany, realtors were always directly connected to banks. That's how serious real estate is in Germany. So we did not have the independent
agent.
agency or brokerages. Now we do, but still not very often. They're still coming.
Wow. Wow. And it's, I mean, but the industry, wow, you and I are so blessed to work in the industry we do and to be able to interact with the people we interact with. This morning, I literally was weeping for joy, literally,
Oh,
for one of my clients. I remembered she came on to one of my podcasts and I listened to that podcast, and it's been multiple years ago that I first did that. And I was literally weeping for joy when I remembered how blessed she was for being able to. I had to send that to you. I'll send you that podcast because it's like an incredible single
oh,
mom story that she bought this house and just she now owns multiple properties, and it's just such a rags to riches kind of experience.
oh.
It's just the American dream, truly the American dream in action. And it's just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And to be involved with that every day, to be involved with people, as you know, I'm passionate about the property rights, and most real estate agents are property rights. We're all property right activists, whether we realize it or not, and love it. Absolutely love what we get to do every day. We are so blessed.
Yes, I hear you. And I know there's a lot of pride, in America of being an American. Even, right now it's shadowed a little bit, but I think there is perseverance with the culture, and I think eventually people will come back together. At least that's my hope. In Germany, we, there is a lot of friction as well, politically, and all the stuff that's happening over there. I'm always surprised. We talk about it very openly. In Germany, it's not so dramatic.
Right.
Opposite sides don't talk about politics, or yes, we there is a general rule, and I think it's everywhere. Don't necessarily talk about politics to strangers, you know. Well,
Well,
people,
it's in that way. It's also common here. It's just you and I. I'm so and really, I'm blessed. I appreciate your friendship, and you and I have totally different worldviews, and we know that. But I appreciate the opportunities we have to have discussions, open discussions, and that our friendship continues. It's in this day and age, it's not that common that people can have these kind of open conversations, and
yes,
um, and be able to walk away and still love each other. So
I
thank you so
agree.
much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thanks so much. It was a pleasure.
Look forward to seeing you again next week. Yasmine, you have an
Okay.
incredible week. Take
You
care.
too. Bye-bye.